The world of Attack on Titans has always fascinated me. It's a world of 3D maneuvering or line swinging that would give Spider-Man a run for his money. A world of wars and bloody deaths, and a world where giant zombie creatures called Titans eat people not because they're hunger, but because they can. And that barely scratches the surface. But if you're a fan of the anime or the manga, you'll know that the anime has recently completed its run by giving us over an hour-long episode of what I can only describe as anime at its peak. The action, the animation, the story, the score, the Levi. Everything was on point. Just like the manga ending, AOT's anime ending left us with a lot of questions, making us go, what the hell just happened? Well, I'll tell you what the hell just happened, because I feel like everyone's misunderstanding the ending of Attack on Titan. I've been going through YouTube and I noticed that even the anime gurus all seem to be avoiding an important fact about Eren, and it's driving me crazy. So in this video, I'll be explaining the ending of Attack on Titan by providing a cohesive explanation for all the major characters involved. Eren, Armin, Mikasa, and the possibility of a sequel to this amazing masterpiece. Before I go too far, let's address the elephant in the room. And that elephant is Falco. How the hell is this guy flying? Well, it's due to the fact of what turned Falco into a Titan and wasn't the regular Titan fluid, but Zeke's spinal fluid. And as you know, Zeke's Titans are much different from regular Titans. They all have a connection to them. It's important to understand that the Beast Titan is a different type of Titan as well. A new Beast Titan form is going to be different from the Titan of its predecessor. Technically, that's true for all Titans, if I'm going to be honest with you, but it's more so for the Beast Titan because each Beast Titan user gets a Titan form that bears animal features. It's why Zeke's Titan form looks like an orangutan, and why there are Titans with animal heads and fur and all sorts of things. Those are all Beast Titans. It so happens that there once was a Beast Titan whose Titan form bears the features of a bird of prey, hence a Beast Titan that flies. So when Falco got turned into a Titan due to Zeke's spinal fluid, and then he ingested the Jaw Titan, he became a Jaw Titan with access to Beast Titan heritage and abilities. And with this access, he was able to develop a Titan form that can fly. And if you want to see more anime content where we go deep into some of the best anime storylines, you gotta hit the subscribe button. That way Kit can transform this algorithm. So let's get to the root of the issue. Let's talk about Eren. This guy came a long way from seeing his mother dead, and then seeing his father dead, and then also realizing he was responsible for the killing of his mother. Also, he's responsible for killing 80% of life on Earth, and we thought Thanos was the bad guy. But yeah, this dude is hardcore. He uses power of the founding Titan to resurrect thousands of colossal Titans, which is funny because one colossal Titan, well, we should say specifically Armin's colossal Titan, was enough to decimate the entirety of a whole navy. So you can only imagine what more colossal Titans could do. And this time, there was an estimate of over 500,000, and Eren unleashed them on the world. Humanity never stood a chance. But I feel everyone misunderstands Eren. Everyone misunderstands his motivation of why he did what he did. Some people think he's a high-functioning sadist who wanted to see humanity outside the world destroyed, and that's partly true, but it's not the whole truth. There's a reason why Eren did what he did. There's a reason why we all went through this journey, and that reason has been stated since the first episode of Attack on Titans, and the reason is goals. Okay. Let me explain. Some of the biggest and most popular anime and manga throughout the history have always had characters with clear-cut goals, particularly the main characters in shonen. Luffy's goal is to become king of the pirates, Naruto's goal is to become the Hokage, Asa's goal is to become the Wizard King, Deku's goal is to be the greatest hero. The goals can get a little broader and more convoluted. Senku from Dr. Stone's goal is to save every human being from petrification and restore civilization. Tanjiro's goal is to defeat Muzan. And as far as Jujutsu Kaisen, well, the goal's a little obscured right now. But originally, it was to feed Yuji Sukuna's fingers and then unalive the dude. My point is, in every good anime, there's always a clear-cut goal, there's always foreshadowing of what the ending is going to look like, and it always seems impossible from the very beginning. And Attack on Titan is no different. And if you remember, from the first episode of Attack on Titans, young Eren realized that humanity lived in fear of Titans, when the Titans broke into the wall and ate his mother right before his very eyes. On that very day, Eren vowed to eradicate the world of Titans. That was his goal, to kill and remove all Titans from the world. He also wanted to see the world outside the walls because he thought it was empty and devoid of human life, with oceans and deserts. Now, if you notice, Eren was constantly working towards his goal of eradicating all the Titans from the world. In season 1 and 2, it was mostly for revenge. But as the story began to unfold, Eren realized that the Titan problem was much bigger than he thought. Humanity was outside the walls, and they had weaponized the power of the Titans against his people, the people of Paradis Island. Now, Eren has his friends and people to protect from the rest of the world as he eliminates the Titan problem once and for all. Now, Eren has two goals: kill the Titans and protect the people of Paradis Island from the rest of the world. Then the truth is revealed that Eren has the founding Titan, a Titan that not only controls the Titan factor, but the Eldian people as well. He has the power to solve his problems and the power to achieve his goals, but the power is even greater than he imagined, and some conditions must be met before he can get what he wants. The power of the founding Titan helps him see the past, the present, and the future. He is able to play different scenarios in his head so he can look for the best option. He even told Armin during the talk of the last episode that the power of the founded Titan helps him perceive time differently. Hence, he facilitated the smiling Titan to spare Boruto and kill his mother instead. Also, he can pave the road for a younger Eren to get the right motivations as well as inherit the attack Titan and start a chain of events. He did it so he can eliminate Titans from the world and save his friends at the same time, to ensure the safety of his people for generations to come. The harsh reality is that Eren realized in order to achieve his goals, to protect the ones he loves, he would have to kill billions of people, and he would need to make his friends his enemies just so the love of his life would eventually kill him. Now let me explain why Mikasa killing Eren was the only way. This might be a lot, but try to stick with me. Ymir, who was the first person who inherited the power of the Titans from this centipede-like monster 2,000 years ago and served King Fritz I as a weapon for world domination, actually fell in love with him, despite the fact that he plucked her tongue out, abused her all her life, and even fed her bones to her children. It's a terrible case of Stockholm Syndrome, where Ymir couldn't free herself from the will of King Fritz, and she kept doing his bidding for 2,000 years. Ymir was willing to sacrifice everything, her life, her children, and her being for a man she loved. So when Eren and Mikasa came along, she noticed that Mikasa also had the same intense love and was willing to sacrifice herself for Eren. She noticed a bit of a similarity between herself and Mikasa, so she took interest in Mikasa. Eren also noticed this interest, and he realized that the only way that he can get Ymir's spirit to finally rid the world of Titans and set everyone free was to make Mikasa his enemy. He had to prompt her to kill him. That is the only way Ymir would be set free from King Fritz's will and the power of the Titans removed. That's why he told Armin he had no choice. He could see no other option or route to take. A situation where most of the people he cared about survived and the power of the Titans eradicated. In his mind, he had to cause the rumbling. He had to kill billions so people could be free, so Mikasa and Eren could be safe, so that Paradis Island could have a future and an equal footing with the rest of the world. He alienated his friends so they could be his enemies, and who would be forced to kill him at some point. He knew that they would be exalted because they're heroes, who would then serve as diplomats between the Eldians and the rest of the world. Because in his mind, with everything he's seen, there was no other way. Eren's situation reminds me of Doctor Strange in Infinity Wars, when he went forward in time to view all the possible outcomes of the war with Thanos, and he saw that there was only one way for everyone to survive. Strange saw a temporary genocide, while Eren saw a permanent one. The show also makes it clear to us that only an idiot would think like this. That's why Eren calls himself an idiot in the show. An idiot who had been given too much power. In the end, Eren did exactly what he said he was going to do. He rid the world of Titans, he saved his friends, he saved Historia, and he ensured that the future of his people was secure for generations to come. He did what he wanted to do from season 1, and he achieved his goals. But it's not over. The scary part about this whole thing, the story is not over. Eren even told Armin that the conflict wasn't over. In a lot of ways, it seems that all Eren did was buy some time. Time for people he loved to have children and live long and maybe even happy lives for centuries before evidently the destruction of Paradis Island. As we see in the manga and the post-credit scenes of the final episode, Paradis Island gets destroyed, and it seems that only a few people survive it. We find a little boy and a dog standing in front of a tree where Eren got buried. And the hole in the tree looks a lot like the hole that Ymir entered into that gave her her powers of the Titan in the first place. So it begs the question, will this kid start the cycle all over again, unleashing the power of the Titans into the world once more? If another founding Titan were to erupt, it would make sense that is the way Eren is able to see so far into the future and realize the truth of the conflict to come years later. Through it all, I think this is a good way to leave the door open should the creator ever want to revisit the world of Attack on Titans. So I hope I've helped you make sense of the Attack on Titan ending. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below, and if there's any other things that I may have missed. Also, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos of Attack on Titan, because there's so much I still have to say. We also have a couple of videos on some of your favorite anime, so be sure to check that out as well. And as always, thanks for kicking it with Keepin It Comic.